Welcome back to FlyEaglesFly News, where the pulse of Philadelphia football beats loudest. This week, the Eagles put on a performance that will be talked about for a long time. A game that showcased their depth, resilience, and strategic execution from the very first snap. Walking into this matchup, expectations were high. But what unfolded on the field exceeded even the most optimistic projections. The energy in the stadium was palpable, the kind of atmosphere that feeds on intensity, history, and the hunger of a team determined to make a statement as the postseason approaches. Every sequence of plays, every decision, every adjustment seemed to have been carefully calculated. And the players executed with precision and passion. This was not just a game. It was a demonstration of what a team fully in sync can achieve when talent, preparation, and focus converge at the right moment. The defensive performance was nothing short of dominant. From the very first series, it was clear that the Eagles' front seven were intent on setting the tone, disrupting rhythm, and forcing mistakes. James Cook and Josh Allen, players capable of controlling the tempo of any contest, found themselves pressured, contained, and forced to operate in ways they were clearly uncomfortable with. The line's penetration and relentless pursuit made it look deceptively effortless, as if timing and angles had been studied down to the smallest detail. Jalen Carter returned with authority, delivering a sequence of plays that included critical sacks, run-stopping tackles, and constant disruption that unsettled the opposing offense. Any doubts about previous injuries or limitations were erased in moments of sheer dominance. His presence dictated attention, forced adjustments, and even created opportunities for teammates, culminating in a blocked field goal that stood as a highlight moment for a game filled with them. Alongside him, players like Morrow Drummond and Jalen Hunt were tenacious in their pass-rushing responsibilities, combining pressure, speed, and technique to ensure the opposing quarterback was consistently uncomfortable, altering the flow of plays before they could fully develop. Meanwhile, the linebackers played with intelligence, athleticism, and relentless energy. Zach Bond's performance illustrated why a dynamic linebacker is invaluable, covering sideline to sideline, reading plays with speed and anticipation, and challenging any attempt to create separation. His ability to mirror the quickness of elite offensive players was remarkable, reflecting both preparation and natural ability. Jalen Campbell complemented this with keen awareness in coverage, closing gaps, making crucial tackles, and providing the type of support that allows the defensive backfield to operate without hesitation. The linebacking unit's combination of aggression and discipline forced opponents into errors, disrupted timing, and maintained pressure throughout every down. They were a bridge between the defensive line and the secondary, balancing containment and disruption in a way that allowed the entire defensive scheme to function at peak effectiveness. Turning to the secondary, Cooper Dean emerged as a standout presence, recording 9 tackles and making several key plays behind the line of scrimmage. His ability to anticipate routes, read offensive formations, and position himself effectively was central to containing explosive plays and maintaining stability in critical situations. The secondary as a whole demonstrated resilience, responding to aggressive attacks, compensating for occasional lapses, and reinforcing the team's overall defensive cohesion. Dory Jackson, Marcus Epps, and Reed Blankenship contributed with decisive plays, combining physicality, awareness, and timing to limit big gains and disrupt the opposing offense's momentum. Even when challenges arose, such as penalties or temporary mismatches, the unit recovered with discipline, illustrating the importance of cohesion and communication in high-pressure moments. The defense collectively forced multiple 3-and-outs, controlled field position, and applied pressure that not only created immediate impact, but also allowed the offense to operate with confidence and calculated pacing. Offensively, the Eagles displayed strategic execution designed to maximize their strengths and control the game's tempo. Jake Elliott's field goals, particularly the long-range strike from 47 yards, reinforced the critical role of special teams and provided consistent scoring support. The offense, particularly in the first half, operated with rhythm and efficiency, utilizing a combination of short passes, targeted runs, and play-action maneuvers to keep the defense off balance. Jalen Hurts orchestrated the game with poise, distributing the football to A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert, ensuring that each play maximized the offensive potential while minimizing risk. The involvement of Saquon Barkley added a multi-dimensional aspect to the attack, preventing the defense from focusing on a single player or strategy. This balance between passing and running combined with disciplined execution, reflected a unit capable of controlling both the scoreboard and the pace of play, setting a template for success as the season progresses. However, the second half revealed areas where improvements could be made, particularly in consistency among the wide receivers. Devonta Smith experienced a few drops, emphasizing the need for focus and precision during critical moments, while A.J. Brown continued to demonstrate elite production, highlighting the impact of a reliable, game-changing receiver. Maintaining the same level of intensity and execution across both halves remains a challenge, and it will be crucial for the coaching staff and players to ensure that momentum from strong starts is sustained through the entirety of future matchups. These glimpses of vulnerability are not weaknesses but rather points for refinement, particularly as the team prepares for more demanding postseason competition. When balanced with disciplined play, precise execution, and strategic decision-making, the offense has shown that it can dominate opponents and control critical game situations. Game management was another area where the Eagles' approach stood out. Hurts' ability to read defenses, make smart decisions under pressure, and manage the clock effectively demonstrated the value of leadership and preparation. Adjustments during the game, whether driven by analytics, instinct, or situational awareness, reflected a staff attuned to the ebb and flow of the contest. Conservative decisions at certain junctures were balanced by aggressive play when opportunities arose, illustrating an understanding of risk, reward, and the importance of maintaining control over both momentum and field position. Strategic awareness combined with physical execution created a framework in which each unit could operate effectively, ultimately contributing to the team's overall success. Special teams again proved pivotal, with consistent coverage, reliable kicking, and disciplined execution providing a foundation for the offense and defense to operate efficiently. Every yard gained or prevented by this unit shaped the overall dynamics of the game, reinforcing the importance of preparation and consistency in high-pressure contests. The contribution of special teams often serves as the difference between victory and defeat, and this game was no exception. Elliott's composure under pressure highlighted the critical nature of reliability, while the collective effort of the unit ensured advantageous positioning and minimized risk throughout the contest. As the game progressed, the subtle shifts in momentum became increasingly evident. The Eagles, while dominant early, faced a second half where adjustments from the Bills forced them to adapt quickly. Defensive schemes were tweaked, coverages shifted, and the pressure on Jalen Hurts increased as the opponents tried to exploit any hesitation or misstep. Despite these challenges, Hurts demonstrated why he is regarded as one of the league's most composed quarterbacks. His ability to manage the clock, maintain field awareness, and make smart reads under duress allowed the offense to continue operating without unnecessary risk. The balance between aggressive play calling and strategic conservatism was on full display as the team leaned into measured execution to protect the lead, while still looking for opportunities to strike. A.J. Brown continued to be the cornerstone of the passing attack. His route running, contested catchability, and consistent yardage gains created a reliable outlet for the quarterback, keeping defenses honest and preventing them from keying on one area. Devonta Smith, despite occasional lapses, demonstrated flashes of brilliance when connecting on critical plays, reminding everyone of the explosive potential that exists when timing and focus align perfectly. Dallas Goedert remained a touchdown machine, converting opportunities in tight coverage and providing a steady red zone presence. The offense's ability to mix passes with strategic runs from Saquon Barkley kept the defensive front guessing, creating space and opportunities for big plays. That kind of diversity in offensive threats ensures that no single defensive adjustment can completely neutralize the team's effectiveness. The offensive line faced a continuous test against the aggressive Bills front, yet moments of cohesion and precise execution allowed Hurts to find the rhythm necessary to deliver accurate throws. The interplay between pass protection and run blocking showcased the importance of preparation, communication, and technique at every snap. Adjustments made along the line ensured the quarterback had adequate time for decision-making while creating lanes for running plays. These nuanced aspects of football, often invisible to casual observers, had a direct impact on sustaining drives, controlling field position, and maintaining offensive momentum. The line's performance highlighted the collective effort necessary to balance explosive skill plays with disciplined execution, a hallmark of championship-caliber teams. Special teams continued to reinforce the team's overall efficiency, Jake Elliott's ability to maintain composure under challenging conditions exemplified the importance of reliability in tight contests. His field goals provided scoring consistency, while coverage and blocking units consistently positioned the offense in advantageous situations. The cumulative effect of these contributions cannot be overstated, as every yard, every well-executed block, and every precise kick influenced the ebb and flow of the game in close contests. The margin for error is small, and the Eagles' preparation and execution in special teams often proved decisive in sustaining competitive advantage defensively. The unit's adaptability was on full display as the Bills attempted to adjust to the Eagles' schemes. Each segment of the defense line, linebackers, and secondary demonstrated awareness, anticipation, and execution. Third down stops, disciplined pursuit of ball carriers, and attention to gap integrity reflected a level of preparation that allowed the team to absorb pressure and maintain control over key moments. Linebackers like Zach Bond continued to show range, speed, and instinct, while Cooper Dean and Jalen Campbell maintained coverage integrity, limiting opportunities for explosive plays. The defensive front, led by Jalen Carter and complemented by relentless pressure from Morrow Drummond and Jalen Hunt, disrupted timing, forced hurried decisions, and created opportunities for turnovers and stalled drives. This coordination between units reinforced a defensive identity centered on discipline, aggression, and collective execution, a blueprint for success in the high-stakes environment of the postseason. Individual matchups were decisive in shaping the contest. Carter's dominance along the line of scrimmage forced defensive adjustments, creating openings for teammates to make critical plays. Drummond and Hunt's relentless pressure compounded the difficulty for the opposing quarterback, showcasing how teamwork and role execution amplify the impact of individual talent. Meanwhile, the secondary, despite occasional challenges, maintained awareness and physicality, preventing significant gains and responding swiftly to errors. The Eagles' defense, cohesive and relentless, provided a platform for the offense to operate confidently, exemplifying the importance of synergy across all units in football. Offensively, while the first half showcased precision and rhythm, the second half emphasized the need for sustained execution. Drops by Devonta Smith, minor timing issues, and adjustments by the opposition highlighted areas for refinement, especially in situations where small margins can determine outcomes. Maintaining balance between explosive plays and consistent management of the football remains key. A.J. Brown's elite performance, combined with Goddard's reliable red zone presence and Barkley's strategic involvement, reflects a versatile and multifaceted attack capable of challenging any defense. When executed with discipline and awareness, the interplay of skill, preparation, and strategic decision-making is evident in how the Eagles can pivot between aggressive drives and controlled, methodical play based on situational needs. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Whispers around the league are growing louder after what insiders are calling a verbal clash between Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, a situation that could have major implications for both the Buffalo Bills and Philadelphia Eagles. Sources close to the team suggest that Allen, known for his confident, some would say brash, demeanor, may have overstepped in a recent interview, stirring up a storm that Hurts wasn't about to let pass. What started as light banter quickly escalated into what players are quietly describing as a full-blown words war, with Hurts delivering a response that teammates are calling nothing short of epic. League observers are buzzing about the tension this exchange could ignite. Allen, always vocal and fiercely competitive, has a reputation for making headlines with statements that toe the line between bold and controversial. But Hurts, whose leadership and on-field composure have earned him immense respect in Philadelphia, apparently decided it was time to push back. While the exact words exchanged remain under wraps, sources suggest Hurts' response has left many in the locker room and the fan base buzzing, a rare public sparring match that could hint at deeper undercurrents of rivalry beyond the scoreboard. Speculation is rife that this incident might be more than just a war of words. Some insiders believe it could influence team dynamics, with players on both squads now navigating the aftermath of this public exchange. Eagles fans, in particular, are reportedly rallying behind Hurts, seeing his comeback as a testament to his confidence and leadership, while Bills supporters are watching closely, wondering whether Allen's comments will motivate or disrupt his team. Coaches and front office staff from both sides are said to be monitoring the situation carefully, aware that media narratives and locker room morale are intertwined in ways that can affect performance. The ripple effect of this verbal showdown extends beyond just two star quarterbacks. Analysts and former players have weighed in, noting that such incidents can spark rivalries that define seasons. Could this be the start of a new chapter in Bills-Eagles lore, or simply a momentary flare-up blown out of proportion by the media and social media frenzy? One thing is certain: the league's top quarterbacks have never shied away from competition, and this saga adds another layer to their ongoing battle for supremacy. As fans speculate and debate, one question looms: how will this clash shape the path of two of the NFL's brightest talents? If history is any guide, these sparks often ignite intense on-field rivalries that captivate audiences for years, and with Allen and Hurts at the center, the drama is guaranteed to keep headlines buzzing. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.